Well, hey, book lovers, welcome back to another episode of Young Adult Edition. I am so glad you're joining us today. We're talking all about how to build a Booktube channel, and we're breaking down everything you need to know about how to join the community and not only do really, really cool things, but totally thrive and get noticed by your favorite authors. So stay tuned. We've got some really cool things coming. I am joined by my fabulous co-hosts, Amber R. Jewell and Elle Beaumont. Ladies, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Excited. Elle is back. She was in Disney last week, and we're super excited. You have all the fun?
Oh my gosh, yes. And I know you can't really tell on camera, but I did get a tan. I did. It was like 90 degrees all week. So I definitely did get a tan, and I sweat my butt off.
Nice. That's the way to do it. Melanie's joining us live. We are excited to see you. If you've got questions on building a Booktube channel, drop those for us now. We're going to get as many answers as possible while we're on air today. And if you're on our rebroadcast, we want to hear from you guys too. Go ahead and drop us your questions and comments, and we will get back to you in the comments over the next couple of days and weeks. And speaking of leaving the fabulous comments, we got a little something for you today. We are giving away a copy of Captain Black Shadow, and all you have to do is leave us the comment left. So the more comments you leave in the next 24 hours, so while we're live and 24 hours after, we are going to be picking one winner to receive a copy of a physical book mailed to you guys. We're doing this every single week on Young Adult Edition now. We're giving away things like bookmarks, custom, really cool bookish swag. We're giving away books, all sorts of amazing things. So if you're an author who wants to donate and have something given away, go ahead and let us know. And the more you chat with us, the more likely you are to win. Now, we do have a little bit of fun book world news this week. Amber, what has happened in your book world?
I became a #1 bestseller with When Stars Are Bright.
Which we're so excited about. This is your Thumbelina retelling. Tell us real quick just a little bit about that.
It's about a girl who is kidnapped from her home in 1930 Holland, brought to New York, and forced to sing in a vaudeville show because she has a magical voice.
Which we're so excited about. #1 bestseller, guys. Make sure you check it out. It is available right now in both ebook and paperback. Danielle is in the comments. Good morning, ladies. Welcome back. Elle, good morning to you. We're excited to have you here. Remember, the more you comment, the more likely you are to win today's giveaway. And we are going to be diving in and talking about how to build a Booktube channel in just a second. But before we get there, we do want to let you know about this week's new releases. So let's go ahead and take a look at the fabulous books coming out this week. Every single week, our new releases are brought to you by @theQDBibliophile over on Instagram and on Facebook. Every single week, she is dropping new releases in the world of YA, NA, and paranormal romance, so you do not want to miss out. Make sure you go give her a like on Instagram and let her know that Young Adult Edition sent you guys, and let us know which of these books are you most excited for this week. We see some really cool things out there. We want to hear from you guys. Let us know what you are most excited for when it comes to this week's new releases. And if you've got book world news or new releases we need to know about for the future, make sure you hit us up. We are over at Young Adult Edition. You can check out breaking world news in the book world at youngadultedition.com/news. And you can always come join youngadultedition.com/new-releases for this week's list of books. We've got the days they're out and their titles with their author names. You can check them out right on the site, so you don't want to miss out on that as well. Is anyone having problems with the video stream? You can hear us, but you cannot see it. Ooh, try refreshing your feed. If anybody else is having trouble, please let us know. Danielle, that's so awesome. Amber, congratulations. All the love for Amber's #1 seller this week. And Melanie says that she cannot see us, but the audio is okay. Oh, dear.
Well, that's no good.
That's strange. Huh. Okay, well, listen up, guys, because we've got a fun one for you this week, and hopefully we can get the visuals working for you guys. Otherwise, it will hopefully be available on the replay. Not, we are recording this. We'll put it out on YouTube if you want to see our pretty smiling faces later on. All right, let's dive into it. Today, we are talking all about how to create a Booktube channel, which is one of our favorite things. We love, love, love Booktube. Because it's a great place to socialize. So hands up, if you guys have questions about Booktube, now is a great time to drop those in as we kick off our discussion on Booktube.
So a lot of people may or may not know what Booktube is. And what Booktube is, it's kind of self-explanatory. It is a channel on YouTube that is dedicated all to books, whether it's reading them, writing them, reviewing them. It's kind of all about books. So that's kind of it is what it is. And I'm sorry, my dogs are a little obnoxious today. I've been cooped up for a week, so if you can hear them, I apologize. So that is what a Booktube channel is, and today we are going to be helping you figure out how to start your own, how to get it up off the ground, and how to get more viewers today. So let's dive into this wonderful topic, and just a shout out to KM. KM actually way back before I was a published author, she ran a Booktube school and she helped me get my Booktube up and running. So she does know what she's talking about.
Qualifications there. But yeah, I have been in the world of Booktube and videos for many, many years. I got all the tips for you guys. Let us know if you've got questions. We'll get those answered for you.
Yes, so there are a lot of topics you could cover in Booktube. Where to start? So you could do reviews. People would want to see your face as you're, talking about the book. They could feel like they're really into it with you. You could talk about, book boxes. If you do an unboxing, you could talk about all the items. You could talk about any book world news. There's rants about book world drama. Of course, we all know it exists. People do videos about that. Controversial, topics. Really anything. Is there any topics that you guys like to listen to?
For me personally, I actually love when people do the book tags. Like, book tags are my favorite to watch because they're just fun, creative, and just to see, for example, there's the makeup tag, and you get to, while you're putting on makeup, you have to do this book tag, and for every piece of makeup, J.M. Sullivan actually did this book tag. I remember watching hers and going, this is such a cute idea. Or a coffee, depending on the kind of coffee you drink, it's a different kind of book, and you have to tag a book in that. That's what I like watching, are the book tags, because they're just so fun.
I'm a big fan of some of the off-the-track type Booktube channels. I love it when people are doing, the first one isn't. The book recommendations. I'm a big fan of book recommendations. So when I make videos, I love to say 5 books to read if you love this book, or 5 books to read if you love this topic. So I love recommendations, but I also like the off the beaten path ones, like bookish cosplays and how to makeup tutorials to be like a character, to be like a book, or to be like a book cover. I love it when we do cover reveals, which obviously is a little more mainstream, but I kind of like the showing off the visual things, the tutorials, the how to do fun things. And then if we can wear costumes, give me those videos. I want you all dressing up like Katniss. I want you dressing up like Peter Pan. I want you dressing up like, no, I lost it, but really cool characters. I'm what's a really cool fantasy character? I don't know. I'm a sci-fi girl. But I want you guys dressing up like all these really cool things and doing fun things and really getting into it. So I'm a big fan of jumping in and actually doing the non-reviewy type things. Although reviews are fun, I really like the extra stuff. How about you, Amber? Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, I like the rant ones. You could do the tutorial ones and the how-tos. Those are, great and informative, but I like to just sit back and, eat my popcorn and watch them go ahead of themselves. But yeah, so, it's, I guess, therapeutic for me. It's like I'm venting with someone.
Yes.
You're like this angry little kitten, just
It's true. It's true. Yeah. I like to watch the drama unfold, but I want no part of it. So, but yeah, so I prefer that, and I prefer the reviews too over the, more technical side, because I'm more likely to buy a book if I hear a bad review. Because a good review to me is they're going to be saying like, oh, the characters were great, the plot was, fast paced. Like, I want to know why you didn't like it, because if there's a specific thing you hated, I might like that thing, and I'm going to buy the book based on that. And it's just fun to like watch them get into it, and as opposed to reading it, like you can see their like feelings for it.
Fantastic. I love it. We want to hear from you guys. Let us know. What is your all-time favorite type of Booktube content? What do you go to YouTube to watch? What do you search for when you are searching Booktube? Let us know what you love to see. Maybe give some people some ideas on content they can be creating, because today we're talking all about how you can build your own Booktube channel. We're breaking down everything from the technology to the YouTube to the topics on Booktube. We do have some questions coming in. We're going to get those answered, and then we're going to jump into more conversation all about Booktube. So Danielle wants to know, and this is cut off a little bit, so just stick with me, guys. She says, how often should you be posting? Well, I'm going to handle this one because I'm all about the technical side of posting videos. And if you're posting on a Booktube channel, if you're posting on YouTube, you should be posting no less than once a week. If you can do it twice a week, that's better. But once a week, you need to be consistent. You need to make sure it's on the same day, and you need to make sure you're developing a following, because if you're not, people aren't going to watch your videos. So you should be posting no less than once a week. I post at least twice a week, sometimes more. So I definitely recommend posting as often as possible, but pick something you can maintain. So start out with once a week, and if you can do more, then build it up from there. Pick your day and always get it out on that same day. Her second question is, what's the benefit of doing Booktube over videos on Facebook or Instagram? Girlfriend. Okay. I just got all technical with you guys. So YouTube is a search engine. It's owned by Google, the biggest search engine in the world. So if people are searching for things, they're going to find your videos. But if they're searching and it's just on Facebook or just on Instagram, they're not going to find it, because that's not searchable content. Now, you do have the ability to kind of get your social network on Facebook and on Instagram, which is amazing. You should totally be posting videos on Facebook and Instagram, but I would prioritize YouTube because it's searchable content. And P.S., did you know you can use hashtags on YouTube? Because you can. You get 3 of them. You can put them in your title or in your description, and it helps you to get found over on YouTube. Her third question says, if you're an author, what's the best ratio of posting your own books versus promoting other authors? All right. So if you're an author and you're doing Booktube, I would say try for half and half. That's basically where I'd say, because you want to be promoting your own content, but you also want to be promoting other things, because you're never going to be able to write enough to maintain someone's insatiable reading habit. So you want to be promoting your friends, but you can also do cross promotion. So if you look at my videos, I will say 5 books to read if you loved the selection series, and 1 of them will be mine and 4 of them will be other people's. So you can combine yours with other people's and do a lot of cross promo. However, when you are an author, you also need to do stuff aside from just promoting your book. So talking about your characters, talking about your writing process, giving behind the scenes, giving bonus content, reading your books. So there's a ton of content you can be creating that's a bit different than a normal booktuber is going to be creating. So just assume that AuthorTube is a little bit different than Booktube. All right, let's get back into our conversation. Keep those questions coming. The more you chat with us, the more likely you are to win our books. And we're talking all about Booktube today. If you've got those questions, go ahead and get those dropped for us.
So getting involved with Booktube is very important. You want to find your community, get involved in it, support each other. So ways to do that is to, use the hashtags, comment on other people's, booktubes, get a conversation going, and be genuine with them so that you can create relationships. And what do you guys think?
I think that's really important, especially with the commenting, going in and commenting on other people's videos, but being genuine about it. Do not go to another person's videos and say, hey, I've got a new video, come check it out. Or, hey, would you like my page? Or, hey, would you follow me? Go and have a conversation about what they've created and support them. And if they want to check you out, they will. And if other people who are reading those comments find what you're saying valuable, they might just come and check you out as well. So be genuine.
Exactly. And honestly, the Booktube community, just like the Bookstagram community, is really awesome. We're all in it together. We all love books. So go out there, find your community, if you will, and just have a conversation with them. They don't bite. The worst thing that can happen is they don't respond. And is that really that bad?
Probably not. I do want to add that when you are jumping into the Booktube community, there are a lot of events going on. So people will have readathons, they'll have tag games that you can play, they'll have challenges, there's all sorts of fun things. So if you're just trying to get into the Booktube channel and or the Booktube community and you're trying to get noticed, it can sometimes be a little hard if you're just jumping in with your own content. So an easy way in, or a way to kind of flow into the community a little bit easier, would be to participate in a couple of these things to kick off your channel. So find a tag game, find a challenge, find a readathon, do something, and you can start your own as well, and then promote it on your other social media. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all those fun things, and bring people with you and introduce yourself to the community that way. Lots of fun.
Absolutely. And switching gears just a little bit, we're going to start talking about the technology that you're going to need to use to create your Booktube channel. And this can be as simple as, sorry, my daughter's sick. It can be as simple as your phone. Don't mind all my notifications here. But honestly, I am very minimal, and I use a tripod and my cell phone for creating videos. But to get more in depth about some technology you can use, make sure that you do have a device that can record you a little bit higher quality. You can just use the webcam on your computer, but it's probably going to be grainy, not as great. So I do suggest, almost everybody has a cell phone, use the cell phone. You can get a ring light. We're going to go more into this, but you can use a ring light, the tripod, the automatic clicker thingy that I can't think of the word.
Revenge center release.
Yes, there you go. Like the clicker thingy. Make sure that you have some kind of editing device too. I've got a Mac computer, and that allows me to go into iMovies and I can edit. If you have a Photoshop or GIMP is what I use. It is free, and it is a low quality Photoshop type. Just dropping that there for you guys. You can actually create an overlay that you can then put into iMovies and make it a little bit fancier. So we're just gonna go into talking more in depth about all this tech, and we will begin with the mistress of tech herself, Miss Connie Roberts. What do you use? We know that you use everything. Everything I just
I do. Okay, so I always say use the highest quality equipment that you have access to and the capability of using. So if you are a cell phone person and you know how to use it and you have access to it, use your cell phone. If you have a legitimate camera and you know how to use it, please use that. Use the highest quality possible so that it looks the highest quality when you put it out there. However, if you don't have access to that, use your computer. You can do whatever you need to do to make this work. And you can get fancy or not so fancy, depending on what you want to do. So we'll talk about that in just a second. But I do recommend that you pay attention to your lighting. Your lighting's going to be very important. So natural light, sit in front of a window, sit in front of a door. Use a white-based light bulb in a light if you have to. Use a ring light, use an umbrella light. You can get them really cheap on Amazon. And that is really going to help you to look a little more natural in your photos or your videos. It helps to prevent some of the grain as well. You do want to make sure you're shooting straight onto yourself, so not down at an angle, not up at an angle. That makes you look warped and weird. It's not good. And then once you have your video filmed, you can either learn to do it in one take, which is what I do. I do all of my videos in one single take. But most people don't. They will film little bits and pieces of their videos and then they'll clip it together. That does make it a little more abrasive when people are watching it, but hey, you do what you got to do to make it sound good. You don't want to stumble. You don't want to say a lot of ums as you're talking. So edit the video however you have to. Now you can do this through your computer. There are some apps on your phone, but if you don't have access to any of those, or if you're really technologically challenged, get it in a single take. Just do it in one take and just put it up there. If you want to do overlays, you can make them in Photoshop. You can make them in Canva. You can make them in GIMP. They look like what we've got on the screen right now. So you can actually see how we've got this really cool overlay on it. You can do that. And if you don't want to spend time editing later, I have a pro tip for you. Right now, I'm using a streaming service called BeLive. And BeLive is what we use to go live on YouTube and on Facebook, but it also lets you record off air. And so if you want overlays, if you want to be able to switch things around, if you want to be able to have different types of content on your page without having to do it in editing later on. So let's say you just want to switch some of these things around. I'm like looking for my other frames here. You can actually go live and you can do it right here from a program like this while you are doing it. And then you don't have to edit it later, which saves you a little bit of time. So technology is really important. You have to learn it. You have to grow with it. And I tend to use my Canon when I'm filming. I use my computer when I'm doing live streaming. I will use my phone if I'm on location. And then I've got my lights that I take with me places. I can have big lights, little lights, all sorts of fun things. And you have to be aware of your audio. So make sure wherever you are, your audio is clear enough for people to hear. I think I touched on most of that. Do we have questions about that? If we do, go ahead and let me know. Amber, thoughts on technology?
Well, I don't know how I'm supposed to follow that up. I would go with a less technological thing and talk about the background.
Yes.
You might want, like, this is a shower curtain on a photography. What is there a term for these?
Yeah, it's a regular frame.
Okay.
So if you're searching a photography rig or a photography frame.
Okay. Yeah. So you might want one of those, or like these ladies are using bookshelves, actual bookshelves. This is my living room behind this, so you want to see that. There's you could just buy. It's really cheap. I got one, I think, on Amazon, a green screen, and mine came with like a disc with like over 200, backgrounds you could use if you wanted to get like fancy or anything like that. So.
Yeah, and backgrounds are really important. You don't want them to be too overwhelming. You want them to kind of be on target. So especially for Booktube, go with a book focus or either like a nice neutral look to it.
And be mindful of your lighting, because I am like the mistress. I started the whole shower curtain craze for that prop. Just an FYI, I actually had like little tiny nails on my door frame, and I hung them right up on the nails, like the rungs up on the nails. And that's how I did that. But I shifted down here to my wonderful bookshelf. But be mindful of the color glare, because you might end up looking red. You could, my Merry Christmas backdrop, it has like a white, it almost looks like a Christmas ball that says Merry Christmas. Because it's white, it actually messed up the lighting on my computer. So most of the time I just looked like severely washed out. So just be mindful. Something that's neutral is probably going to be your best bet as far as like colors go. So.
Very good. If you guys have tips, we want to hear from you. Go ahead and jump down in the comments and let us know about your technology tips when it comes to Booktube. Let's switch gears just a little bit. We're going to be talking all about how YouTube works. So we're going to get on the technical side again, guys. Here we go. Are you ready for this? Sorry. YouTube is super fun, but YouTube does have some interesting things that you have to pay attention to. So when you're loading your videos, you want to make sure you've got a really good title that gets people's attention. And you do this by studying the Booktube community. So go on YouTube, type in Booktube, and start looking at the top ranking videos. How are they wording things? Usually you want some kind of hook that grabs them, and then you want a secondary part that's emotional. So for this, we would potentially label this episode of Young Adult Edition, How to Build a Booktube Channel, Succeed in 2020. And you can kind of see how that goes, or like 7 simple steps to creating a Booktube channel. Something that's going to break it down and make it easy for them so they're aware of what it is. And then you are going to be able to get people's attention. Your thumbnail is also really important. Look on Booktube, see what they look like. You will have to create a thumbnail, and it can't just be a single photo. There needs to be colors, there needs to be words on it, there needs to be some bolds, like splashes of things. So check those top ranking videos within that particular area and make yours look like that. Use Photoshop, use Canva, use GIMP, use whatever, but make it look good, because people will not click on a video if they don't like the thumbnail. You do need to be using hashtags. So you get 3 hashtags either in the title, don't ever use them in the title, or in the caption for it. Put it right at the very bottom. Hashtag and all in bold words, you're going to put 3 of them. You cannot have more than 3. only 3. So use hashtag booktube, and then whatever your topic happens to be. So if you are writing about the selection series, hashtag the selection or hashtag KiraCast. Use the ones that make the most sense for that particular video. You're going to need to write a very good caption, so make sure you have what's in there inside of your caption. And then down on the tags, you get a whole bunch of tags, and you are going to tag, which acts like a hashtag but is not a hashtag, Booktube and some of the other tags within there. And you can actually expand those because you get, I think, 30 of those within YouTube. And then you can put it out. You can schedule it. You can premiere it. You can do all sorts of fun, fabulous things. And if you want more tips on the technical side of YouTube, you can come see me. I've actually got some resources on my social media strategy account, but there's a lot that goes into it. So I'm not going to get into it in this episode, but I will, over on YouTube, we'll link up the playlist so you guys can see some of that. We've done some work for BeLive's blog on how to go live on YouTube. So there's tons of content out there. We can help you guys to succeed on your YouTube channel, but it's really important to be aware of how YouTube works because you want your video to get ranked higher so that it is seen by more people. Otherwise, you're not going to do very well on the platform. Ladies, anything to add on that one?
I think you covered it.
Yeah.
It's me and my technology, you know. Hey, if you guys are enjoying today's episode, we need you to bring your friends. We want to hear from you guys. Reach out, let them know that we're here hanging out. If they don't catch the live, get them over here to the replay because we're having all the fun. So we're talking about how to build a Booktube channel. Connie's in the comments saying she likes to watch book mail unboxings. So much fun and definitely a big part of the Booktube community. Danielle loves Canva, and she's also saying thumbnails are super important. Connie wants to know what are some good inexpensive editing software for PC. I'm Mac. I don't know. I'm sorry.
GIMP also works on PC, just so you know. GIMP, it's fairly easy to use, and it's like a knockoff Photoshop. And I do recommend that. It's cheap. It's free. you can't beat free. And it's a little bit. You can use it more in depth. Like Canva, it kind of just has like, it's an easy, it already has the sizes. You can do custom, but you can like honestly like go into GIMP and do like photo editing, and you can actually like, you can create book covers in there. Like, you can create.
Can you do video in GIMP, Al?
What was that?
Can you do video in GIMP?
I think you can. I think there's like an add-on that you can do maybe.
This is my advice to you because I'm a Mac. I don't know PC. Sorry. Go on YouTube. Go on YouTube and search for free or inexpensive video editing software for PC and see what comes up. Look at a couple of the different things because they'll have tutorials, they'll have extra things, and you can check it out there. Yes, Amber.
There's actually one that comes on PCs. It's just like, it's Filmmaker or something like that.
I was going to say it comes with like a built-in.
Yeah, it's really like, baseline, starter. But if you're just getting started and you just want to play around with it, it's there.
Gotcha. Fantastic. And yeah, that is something that's important. Check what technology you already have because sometimes your phone or your computer will have stuff that comes with it that you can do it on. So check that out and let us know if you found something or if you've got some suggestions for us. Hit us up below. I do use iMovie for editing videos, and I use Photoshop, all the fun, for editing my imagery and my overlays and fun things like that. So
I use GIMP for like overlays, imagery, and stuff like that. I use iMovies for editing any videos that I do.
Fantastic. And if you've got ideas, let us know down below. We have a little bit more to chat about when it comes to creating a Booktube channel. So get your questions, get your comments in there. And don't forget, we are giving away a brand new giveaway today. We've got a copy of Captain Black Shadow, which we are giving away. The more you comment, the more likely you are to win. So don't miss out. You've got 24 hours after our show airs to hang out and leave us some comment love here on Facebook or over on the YouTube channel as well. And we want to hear from you guys. Hit us up with your questions. All right.
So So moving on. Sorry about that, KO.
No, good. You're good.
I unmuted myself because my daughter's being is hacking up along. That's why. So do you guys have any booktube ideas? And you guys in the comments, if you have any ideas, drop them below. But we're going to be discussing up on this beautiful panel any ideas that we may have. I am plumb out of ideas because I'm just coming off a vacation, so I have zero. So we'll go to Amber. Do you have any ideas that you would like to see on BookTube that you haven't seen yet?
I'm sure they're there. I just haven't personally watched them, but I would like a YouTube channel that does like, you know, you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover. I want people to judge a book by its cover without reading it, and then like edit in and after and tell me like if it fit the book.
I actually love that idea. That would be really fun, like to have like this harsh judgment, like just tearing apart the cover, and then it ends up being an amazing book because that really has happened to me before. So
I want to build on that because I would love to see a BookTube channel dedicated to judging a book by its cover, and they're handed a book and they have to tell us what they think the book is about based solely on the cover, and then follow it up what they think the book is about based solely on the blurb with the follow-up of reading it after and seeing if they were correct. So I really like that idea. That is a lot of fun. They can even mix it up and be like, what is this book about based solely on the spine of the book on your bookshelf? Like, make it extra hard. We got some challenges. I like it. I like it. I would love to see a channel dedicated to people reading the first chapters of books, or to doing some kind of like that in other industries, they call it like a dub video, where they pull up a friend, they've got somebody there with them, and they back and forth read the characters, and they just kind of go through some dialogue and like play the characters. I would love to see fun things like that, especially with silly voices, or like some kind of unique reading of the back cover of a book, like just something to make us laugh, but also get that information out there. I feel like that'd be a lot of fun. Guys, do you have a question?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be like cut in, but on that, I think it would be really cool to have a book trailer done by like a booktuber.
Yeah,
reading the back of the book and like that, you know, the movie trailer dramatic, like, and create this epic, like.
I love that. Like, okay, can we make this happen? Like, somebody needs to. Oh, I got it. So we're gonna do like a bigger and better with the reading of the back cover. So somebody starts off by reading the back cover, and then the next person also reads the back cover, but like adds in sound effects. And like we get to the point where 20 people away, we've got people in full out cosplay costume, like.
And then you have like the Star Wars intro for the book, like in a land far, far away.
I love it so much, though. That is so much fun. It kind of reminds me of what they've got going on over on TikTok, where you can film a video and then somebody can do it side by side with you, only they try to outdo you. So I'm totally down for this. If you guys would like to see this on BookTube, please let us know. We may have to start this initiative because I feel like it would be so dang fun for us to bigger and better on the cover ratings. Let us know, guys. All right. We do have some comments. Let me check those out. We've got questions we're going to come back to. Danielle says, I like that idea, Amber, and totally judge books by their covers.
Me too.
Danielle says it sounds fun, and the book trailer would be amazing. We should do like just a contest, like who can come up with the most interesting, eye-catching, hilarious, and like give awards for book trailers. Oh, guys, let's do an AuthorTube challenge, and it's going to be our fans have to like do something really cool, and we'll give awards for the best trailers and the funniest and the most entertaining and like the most in a galaxy far, far away-ish. Let's do this. This is gonna be fun. I like BookTube. If you guys have ideas, we would love to hear from you. Let us know. Before we move on, ladies, any more ideas that we would love to see on BookTube that we haven't really seen too much of yet?
Not that I can think of. I think it would just be really fun to have like the epic trailers, but like have the booktuber read the synopsis. Like, I would love to see that. Like, and get as creative and ridiculous as possible, because that's the whole point of it. Like,
you know, it would be so much fun. I got you guys. I want our fans to dress up as one of our characters, but probably more like the snarky characters, and read the back cover and make comments. So, like, they're reading it and they are like from a sidekick or from the villain's perspective, like, that's not what happened. That's a terrible way of saying it. Why are we? And like really criticize some of the other characters and like get in there and make it funny. I just feel like that would be so much fun.
That would be hilarious. Yeah. That would be.
Where my cosplayers at? Come hang out with me. I got ideas for you. Oh gosh, fantastic! All right, we are here talking all about Booktube and how to build your own Booktube channel. If you've got questions, we're going to wrap up in the not too distant future. So drop your questions, drop your comments. We've got a couple more things we're going to be chatting about before we leave today. So
as a booktuber, I guess inadvertently, you're going to be promoting authors, just by talking about their books. You could invite them to give things away. You can invite them to do interviews. There's really a endless array of things you could do to help promote authors. But especially like the book boxes, holding up all the swag. They have bookmarks in there. It's not just the book that's, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the maintenance people are doing something in the hallway of my apartment complex with like a power drill. Sorry. That's super distracting. I'm sorry, you guys go ahead.
Go ahead, Elle.
Okay, so ways that you can help promote the author is, first and foremost, just talk about the book. Amber and we were discussing behind the scenes, like it doesn't really matter if it's good or bad. Obviously, as an author, I much prefer to hear about the good things about my story. But Amber was saying behind the scenes that, sometimes hearing those bad reviews about another book actually helps her decide if she's going to like it or not. What don't you like about it? And this kind of just goes back to the whole just review it thing that we were talking about a few weeks ago. Just review the book, whether it's writing, and then you bring it to life on camera. It's just going to help out the author because it gets information about the book out there outside of the blurb. Like, what do you love about it? Bring your excitement or your dread. Like, so talking about it first and foremost, the most important thing.
But I'm going to jump in real quick with just a little life tip here. If you are creating a video and you love it, please share it with the author. If you're creating a video and you don't like it, do not be a jerk and tag them. They don't need to see it. It's okay for you to put it out there. It's okay for you to share it with your friends and with the community, but don't be a jerk and tag the author. We don't need that. If you love it, yay, we want to hear from you. Otherwise, we're going to support you from a distance where we don't watch the video about the negativity.
Absolutely. Life lessons, don't be a jerk. But then, as Amber was saying, sharing the swag. If an author sends you swag for a pre-order or something, unbox it on your Booktube and show off what you have. Really go in depth about it. If you get book mail, you can have an unboxing about the book mail. Like either you got it off of Amazon or you got it straight from the author from a giveaway. You can unbox it, do a book tour, which just means like go in, look at the pages. You can do like a little paragraph reading if you'd like. Read the blurb on the back, show off the cover, scene dividers, chapter headers. Just show off the book in all its glory. And what else? If the author is holding a promotion of some sort, feel free to shout them out because that helps us too. Like, hey, shout out to Amber, who did amazing with her BookBub ad. And if it's still going on, you would go, this week, you can time it with the promotion. If you know that she's going to have a promotion this week, she's having a 99-cent deal. Grab it while you can. So that's my input on how you can help us authors and feed us, or clap. You know, like, we are fairies.
Clap if you believe.
And you could share their social media links too if you're on there, like, you know, go follow them on Twitter, anything like that.
And the more you do this, the more time you spend helping these authors out, shouting out their specials, their deals, their achievements, their new books, their covers, their fun things, the more you're going to be noticed by that author and the more likely they are to work with you, which actually brings us to our next point, which is all about working with authors. So if you want an author to work with you, you can film a live video, you can do an interview, you can have them send things in. There's all sorts of things you can do. So we're going to chat just for a minute about how you can actually work with them. And this is all about getting them on your channel. So if you want to work with an author, first try to befriend them on social media. It's a great way to establish a connection so that they know who you are. So when you do reach out and ask them for something, they're much more likely to do it. And then you're going to need to do your research. So know what your video is about, know what they are about, know what their books are about, and then email them. Go to their website, find their email address, send them an email and say, I am a booktuber, I am doing a series on, or I would like to do a video on, and I would like you to be a part of it. Can you either join me for a live broadcast, which we'll then put on YouTube? Can you send in answers to me? Can we film an off-air thing? Can I meet you at a convention or an event or a book signing? And then plan that with them and get it out there on your YouTube page, but have it ready to go and show that you know what you're talking about. If you just blanket email them and say, hey, I have a YouTube channel, would you like to be on a video? They're probably going to say that they're not sure, or they'll ignore you or whatever. But if you come in and specifically say, I read your book, or I know your book is about this, would you like to do a video on this topic where we talk about this, this, and this? If you show that you're ready, they will come. They will come and they will do it. Ladies, any tips on reaching out to you as authors to get you out to do these booktube channels?
Do not just email me and say, hey, do you have any books that I can review? I have gotten messages like that before, and that to me does not say, it doesn't give me any information as to where I can find you, so I can look at your own community. Am I the target audience? You know, like, am I going to fit in with your audience? You know, is it, and I don't want to say, is it going to be a waste of my time, but like, because it's not a waste of my time. It's just, my time is precious, just like anybody else's. But I want you to be respectful and also give me information so I don't have to go ahead and Google you to see if you're actually a real book reviewer or if you're just somebody trying to get free books. You know, like,
Yeah.
that happens a lot to us. We have a lot of people just contacting us wanting free physical books, and you know.
And just a little pro tip here, if you do something like that and you don't really give us information, we're a little on the wary side, because there are people who will reach out to authors and say, can I get your book for free? And then they pirate the book and they put it out and make money off of our book that we don't make. So if you are not acting like a professional and giving us that information to make us feel secure, we're probably not going to respond to you, because we're going to think that you're a spammer. So the more information you can give us, the better.
Absolutely. And honestly, I'm going to go off of what Cam said a little bit. Come with a topic for us. Like, it's really important so we know what we're going to be discussing and say, oh yes, this will work for me. Like, you know, hi, my name is Elle, and I am a booktuber / bookstagrammer. Here's my information, and here's my website. If you have a website, you should have a website, like a blog or something. I also have a YouTube channel, and I'm really trying to get it off the ground, and I want to be covering a topic about werewolves or retellings, and I really think that your book would fit in with my topic here. So if you think that you would have time to answer like a few questions, we can figure out how you would like to do it best. Sincerely, Elle. Like, you know, it can be short and sweet, but be informative. You know, like, it doesn't have to be an entire paragraph. You don't have to give the whole about me thing. If Amber or Pam is interested in having an interview or a video with me, they're going to go look at my contact information. They're going to look at my Instagram my Facebook, my blog, and see like what I'm all about. And it's very helpful to us authors to have all the contacts. Just like it's helpful for you as the readers or followers, whatever, if you just want to stare at our pretty faces. It's helpful for us to have all of our contact information in either our emails or our sign off, so you know where to find us.
I would say to make sure you include the links. Don't tell me the name of your YouTube channel and not give me a link. Don't make me go hunt you down. If you want me to just be able to click real easy and check out your channel, your website, your blog, whatever it is, just include the link. It could be in your signature at the bottom. Just make sure it's in there somewhere.
Super important. If you guys have tips or questions, go ahead and get those in there now. Let's build up these YouTube channels together. The easier you can make it, the more likely you are to get guests on your channel. And if you can get authors on your channel's going to grow a lot faster than if you just do videos all by yourself. So for those of you wondering, if you need authors to come on your platform, I volunteer, Elle volunteers, Amber volunteers, and I have a whole list of authors who will get involved with you as well. So feel free to reach out, DM us here on the Facebook page, or reach out on YouTube, or hang out at youngadultedition.com, and we will get you connected to some people who would love to do interviews with you on your BookTube channels. I do see that Danielle's got a question. She wants to know, how long should a BookTube video be? So here's the thing. When it comes to YouTube, they want you to stay on the platform as long as possible. So they are promoting videos that are getting that watch time. So the longer your video is, the more likely YouTube is to promote it. But you also have to be aware that people are not going to take forever to watch your video. They are not going to sit and watch an hour-long video about a book. They're just not. So shorter is good for getting those attention spans. So you really have to balance YouTube wanting you to have longer content and people not actually wanting to spend a ton of time listening to one video from one person. So anywhere between like 5 and 15 minutes is probably good. Typically we strive in YouTube in general for like around 15 minutes because that's going to get that watch time. And if you are making a video that is very similar to someone else's, it's got like the same topic, you want to make it just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer than them, because YouTube will favor that and they'll kick that out a little bit higher in the algorithm system. But a pro tip for you guys is to create bingeable content on your platform. You want people to watch one video and then go to your next video. So at the end of every video, tell them what's coming in the next video. Like at the end of Young Adult Edition, every single week, we tell you what's happening in next week's episode so that you're ready to come and hang out. If you watch my YouTube channels, you will find that I will tell people what is coming in the next video, and I remind them to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that they don't miss out, and then they can see that next video. And then you form playlists and people can go through and binge watch. And when people are binge watching your content and watching through all of your videos, that boosts your algorithm ranking and kicks your videos out to more people and ranks it higher when people are searching. So BookTube videos, anywhere between 5 to 15 minutes is probably good. You can go a little longer. I would not go shorter than 5 minutes. And then create that bingeable content so people keep on watching. If you've got more questions, we would love to get them answered for you. Danielle's in the comments saying making a BookTube channel is sounding more and more exciting. Yes, girl, do it. You want to make sure that you are out there because this is one of the best platforms to be interacting with people and engaging with people. You've got Instagram with the Bookstagram community and YouTube with the BookTube community. And these are great ways to get involved with authors, with other readers, and with a great community that's going to surround you and talk about one of your favorite things, books. So this is definitely a great way to get involved, and we are happy to get involved with your channels as well. If you want to do interviews with us, sound off and stay tuned because we will be talking about how to do live interviews with authors at some point in the future. We've got some great guests coming up, and we've got some great episodes coming up for you guys that you do not want to miss out on. Next week, we're actually going to be chatting about one of our favorite things. We're going to be talking about book tropes. And specifically, we're going to be talking about the enemies to lovers book tropes. So if you are a fan, stay tuned. Big things are happening. Amazing things are coming next week. You do not want to miss out. Join us at 10 a.m. right here on Facebook.com/Young Adult Edition every single Monday for a brand new episode of Young Adult Edition, where we've got amazing guest stars, amazing authors, famous people you don't want to miss, and all the fun every single Monday. And if you've got an author you would like to see, tag them right now and tell us why you want to see them so that we know why they should be on the show and they know why you tagged them. Do not miss out all the fun. And if you're an author who wants to come join us, let us know. We would love to get you guys scheduled for upcoming episodes. Before we let you go, we do want to let you know where you can find all of us and hang out on social. So, Elle, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on elbeaumontbooks.com. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at elbeaumontbooks. You can find me on Twitter, which is elbeaumont, and you can find me on YouTube, which is elbeaumont as well.
Amber, where can everybody find you?
My website is amberrduel.com. I'm on Twitter, amberr_duel, Facebook, amberrduel author, and Instagram at amberrduel.
And you can come hang out with me, KM Robinson, at kmrobinsonbooks.com and at KM Robinson Books on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, IGTV, YouTube, TikTok, all the fun, fabulous places on social media. I would love to hear from you guys. And again, if you need interviews, the three of us are here and available. We would love to hang out with you on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube Live, or to film some clips and send those to you to get your BookTube channel going. We will see you guys again next week on Facebook.com/Young Adult Edition. Until then, we hope you guys have a great day and stay inspired. Bye-bye.